Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amukelani Mtembi, and today I'm going to be doing a presentation on Next Media's growth plan. Growth is something that has to happen either way. You cannot stay in the same spot forever, right? Right. So this presentation is going to be covering Next Media growth plan. In business, there are four main types of growth. The first is organic business growth, the second is strategic business growth, the third is mergers and acquisitions, and the fourth is internal business growth. Let's start with the first, which is organic business growth. Organic business growth. Organic business growth is a very straightforward kind of business growth. That's why it's called organic business growth. It's natural like that. Organic business growth involves more products or services being made available to prospective consumers, more workers being hired, and more establishments being acquired for the business. Usually, organic business growth is parallel to the demand of a product or service from a business in order for everything to do well accordingly. Supply can't be higher than demand. It doesn't make sense. As much as this is the most organic form of growth in business, it isn't the most reliable because one can't rely on the nature of things to grow. It has a very short term focus. Basically, organic business growth is good, but there are no guarantees. When it comes to organic business growth, NextGen Media can do the following. They can hire more staff for business purposes, more graphic designers, digital marketers, advertising professionals, etc. They can acquire a much bigger building and use it as an office to foster creativity amongst employees, or they can produce an influx of content and predict that it will be consumed by the target audience in the near future. Interacting with the audience via live stream is also very lucrative. I actually recommend that. Strategic growth is a second form of growth, and it has a much longer term focus. A person who uses this level of growth does what is referred to as forecasting. This happens in that the business owner tries to predict what the demand for the product or service will be. At this point, the business is already prepared. Next Gen Media can engage in this kind of growth as it has been proven to be a good form of growth in business. Next Gen Media can forecast their digital content being consumed heavily online and make preparations for that by creating even more content to satisfy consumers in the future and forecasting that they will love it. If you're a fortune teller or if you like fortunes, you will definitely like this one. You are basically just predicting what might happen in the future. Mergers and acquisitions. This one is a bit tricky, but it's also doable. Businesses can go for mergers and acquisitions, rather, if they want to, as a way to quickly penetrate other markets. By doing this, they gradually decrease the present competition. Joining forces with a company is a powerful tool that next gen media can use. It's tricky, but it's doable. They can try to join for they can try and join forces rather with another media company or even a fellow competitor. However, if NextGen Media chooses an acquisition, then it will no longer be NextGen anymore. It's kind of like pouring Oros into water. It's not just water anymore, it's juice. My recommendation here would be for next gen media to find a company that is relatively smaller but has a different market and have a merger with them in order to increase their target market as well. Quite smart, if you ask me. Now, last but not least, internal business growth. Internal business growth is known as the easiest form of growth in business. As easy as it might be, it can be difficult as well because it involves strengthening the internal structure of the business as a form of business growth internally and externally. Here, the employees of the business engage in upskilling what they already know. Next Gen Media can engage in internal business growth by implementing AI, artificial intelligence, in what they do to provide them with more ideas on how to produce more content. We are in the fourth industrial revolution anyway, so it makes sense. At this point in 2024, using AI is a no brainer. They can invest in technology that can boost their creativity and overall increase their work morale. Very smart. Thank you very much for viewing my presentation to more business growth. Cheers. And I wish Next Gen Media all the best in their business growth.